Hi friends, welcome to Bella Stitchery. It's Tutorial Tuesday. So today I'm going to show you how to make this super elegant, yet relatively simple, fabulous Uber card money holder magical pocket thing. In it, I have borrowed money from my 13-year-old, so he has $13. That's what we put in the envelope today. But you get the idea. Super cute, great gift idea, especially for something like a wedding or graduation. So let's get started. I have a video on YouTube showing more about this Autumn Sunset collection from Prima, if you want to check that out here and see all the papers. But for this video, we're going to be using these two specifically. I loved this as soon as I saw it because it kind of has this like cool frame. So normally when I've made money holding cards before, I don't tend to make them 12 inches long, and you may not choose to make them this big in the future either, but I didn't want to lose any of this print. So guess what? 12 inches long it is. Let me show you how I made this card. I used the entire 12 by 12 sheet. So I'm going to cut off this little border here. Okay, and then I just folded it up, and I don't even know my measurements because guess what? I just fly by the seat of my pants. So let me see how I folded this up. I wanted this butterfly on the front. So let's see where this is here. See, like that. And I basically made a tri-fold, folding this up. I'll do the measurements too this time, as if I'm a professional. This is how I do math. I just call it matchy. This matches, there you go. That's the size. So I'm gonna fold that. The nice thing about this paper in particular is because you have kind of a built-in grid with this gingham, it kind of helps if you want to use that as a guide as well. And then I'm just gonna fold the top over to match. So once I have that, this one ended up a little bit bigger, see? That's what you get when you just eyeball it. Don't ever have me build your house. It will not be load bearing. I can guarantee this. So here's my tri-fold. Let me take the measurements on this one, just because it's my example. It should probably be better. So I folded this bottom up 4 inches. Well, that makes sense. 4, 8, 12. There you go. 4 inches in, 4 inches over. There you go. Then what I did is I took a giant circle punch. I think this is a 3-inch punch. So you can fuzzy math. 3-inch punch to make this little pocket opening here. And you're going to want to keep this once you cut it out, because I also used it on the front of the card. So, and you could just eyeball that too. See? It's a new kind of science. It's called use your feelings. Okay, so I'm going to keep this for the front of my card, and I'm going to go ahead and use Distress Ink Vintage Photo throughout, just to kind of give it a shabby chic look. That's why I'm using my craft mat today. This one's going to go heavy on the ink too. That's what's great about crafting. Every single project is going to be different and its own thing. And then I kind of inked along the edge here too. So I don't know, I think that looks nicer. I have to blend out my ink there. Woo! Got a little heavy-handed. Look at how elegant this first one was when no one was watching. I'm sure there's some kind of law about as soon as the public watches, you just kind of fall on your face. But here we go. I'm gonna ink it up. I love Vintage Photo, so great. I try to smooth this out. Make it look maybe not so drastic. Okay, then to make a pocket super easy, you're just gonna add glue to the edges here. Boom, instant pocket. So my trusty art glitter glue never lets me down. Again, except when I'm on video, then it clogs almost every time. So I'm gonna put that here, Let that kind of set up for a minute. And your pocket is done. Now, for the inside here, I chose to go very simple, mainly because I had made my belly band before I embellished the inside. And because I still wanted it to close, I went with nice, relatively flat embellishments. And really, this is the artwork, is really the outside. The inside, they're just gonna find cash and they're gonna love it. Doesn't matter what the card looks like. As long as it's more than $13. I don't know, unless your child is, I don't know, between the ages of 3 and 8, $13 doesn't really go that far. But give my kids like $2 and then tell them you're taking them to the dollar store, and they feel rich. Okay, so there's that. And then I used some little flowers here from Prima Marketing. This I think is from the Farmhouse collection. I will double check and try to put a link for these. They're cute. I love that there's like a billion in a package. See, like flower confetti. And they're neutral colors that seem to go with just about everything. So they're great for like a little something, but you don't necessarily want a lot of dimension on there. And I'm gonna try to hold this thing a little bit open. It's a cloudy day here, so I'm getting a lot of shadows, you might be able to tell. So I'm gonna try to do this. Although I love cloudy days, those are like my favorite. But then I just wanna nap, just nap the day away. I was like, oh, it's cloudy, yeah. I'm just gonna call it today. We're just gonna call it, start it tomorrow. Okay, so add another little flower here. And then the inside is done. Easy breezy. You could add rhinestones too, or lace. You can make this as fancy as you want. I chose to just keep it pretty simple. So there you go. This, if you're wondering, by the way, I die cut using the Cricut Storybook cartridge here. So this is, if you have it, if you don't, it is a really good investment. I use it a lot. This one I did here on the eye, and then the circle I just made with the K here. Easy as that, and that's 3.5 inches, 2 3/4 inches for that. I do know that math because I just made them. Okay, so now on to the front, the fun part. I made this belly band. Here, they're really easy to make if you haven't before. If you have, you realize these are really awesome. I make them for everything. This is 6 inches, and I only chose that size just so it would be like a really substantial part because this card is so big. You can make it any size you want depending on your card size and what embellishments you want to use. And then I layered it with another paper from that same collection. So I'm just going to cut this down to 5 3/4 inches, so that way I have a border of the brown. And I'm just gonna glue that. I think I'll use hot glue for this just so I don't have to wait for it to dry before I start folding things. So I'm just gonna line it up like so and throw some glue on there. I don't know if you feel the same way, but when I use a glue gun, I tend to do a lot of loops, like calligraphy with my glue. Do you feel that way, or do you do daubs, stripes? I feel like there should be like a Facebook psychology quiz, like how you use glue and apply them says something about your personality. It's probably out there. Okay, so what I did is I'm just gonna fold it depending on how I want this edge to lay. So you'll notice there's no edge here. It's because it's under where I put my ribbon. So depending on how you want that to go, I just kind of experimented. In fact, I'll turn it over so you can kind of see how it looks. Kind of experimented with placement that way. So if I want my top crease, for example, to be about here. Again, I'm not like your scientific YouTuber, so if you're really into a lot of measurements, I apologize. My brain just doesn't do that. Okay, then I had extra. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this up and I'm going to cut about here. See, there's a lot of abouts. About so. Okay. Now, and these belly bands are really forgiving because you're going to embellish it as well. So if things don't line up exactly how you like or anything like that, really don't overthink it. It's going to look great. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Okay, let's see. So we're going to do like that. Kind of really crease it down. Again, I keep talking about the fact that I don't have a bone folder. Still don't, but you know what? Bucket list. So we're going to do like this. Seal it up. Look, I already went crooked. Not to worry. Don't panic. Okay. It's part of it. I'm just going to make sure my folds are flat. It's like a bloopers reel. We're not going to be pretending everything's always perfect, right? Okay. That's a little bit better. I'm just going to trim. See? The other magic. The other secret. You mess it up, trim it out. Okay. Now, let's do a little bit more glue. Like so. And then I wanted to use this ribbon because it's cute. It's like a velvet with kind of like a sheerness. And I've had it in my stash forever. I actually did 2 layers on this just because. This is a fancy card. I wanted to go fancy. So I'm going to put my first layer a little bit lower. Okay. Trim. Here. Then I'm going to lay my second layer right about the crease. So again, no one will ever be the wiser that there's a crease there. Elegant. So fancy. I need different scissors though. My scissors are terrible. I think it's because I use the same scissors for everything, even though they always say not to. And you know what? Lesson learned. I'll keep doing it, but I have learned that that is a thing. Okay. So now there's my basic belly band. What I did is I took a doily, and this doily is 4 inches. I'll put links to these. I get these on Amazon in bulk, like, I don't know, 8 billion for like $5. And what I did is I used this circle, inked around it. I just thought it was cute. And, you know, it matches. So there's that. And then I'm going to put some art glitter glue. See, there's that spirally thing I do. And I'm just going to place it like so. Then I'm going to cut it down a little bit so that I could tuck it about where that crease is. Boom. Perfect. Perfection. Okay. Then I'm going to use some more Prima because I love Prima and I buy them in bulk. This I also think is from the Farmhouse collection, which I love. I just love the neutrals in it. And I have used it with many different paper collections, even other paper lines. It just blends really well. So I'm going to take these roses and some stems. Look at it, comes with cute leaves. Just so cute. Okay, and then the roses here. And I'm going to start decorating. So I'll use this as my guide there. I did 1 set of greenery here. If you want to know another blooper, I do recommend if you're going to be gluing on this, maybe take it off your card first, because I had it on my card when I was decorating it and I glued one of the leaves to my card. So didn't find that out. It was this one here. This was the culprit until I tried to move it. I was like, oh, well, okay. So I'm going to use a couple leaves, tear this apart here and use them in different ways. So trim. I love foliage, just love it. So I tend to do all my placements before I do the final gluing for the most part, because sometimes I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. Story of my life. Not sure where it's going to go, but we're in it for the long haul. This ride is going off the rails. Okay, so here's that. Here's some other little greenery there. These are so cute. Now, if you place these down first, like this, it's nice because when you glue the roses, it's gonna help to glue these things down too, because they're kind of tricky to glue when they're so fine. So you're gonna give it a huge dollop of glue so that it kind of sticks to the greenery too. I'm gonna get some more glue stick. Okay. Again, just look at that. Just till you feel right about it. Now, hopefully this placement works because that was a lot of glue. Okay, the little flowers here, how cute are those? I just grabbed off the top of this collection. I'll have to look up what this is because I just ordered them, but I don't remember what line it was from. If you know, does this color look familiar? This kind of spearmint bubblegum pink. It's super cute. I think, you know what? I think it's from that new ice cream line. I don't think that's what it's called, but it's really cute and it's new. I will have to look that up. And why don't I have that paper? That's the real question. Okay, so, sorry, I got a little distracted by the cute pastels over there. But these ivories, so cute. Oh my gosh, and they're so little. Oh, just want to give a little hug. Yee! Okay, you know the feeling. You know the feeling. Cute little embellishments. Same way I feel about miniatures. They're just so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy over here. There we go. And this one needs to be glued down. I think that was the free floater. Okay, and there's my leaves and my roses, and it's so cute. Now what I did as like a finishing touch is I added some Nuvo Dream Drops, which I also have a video about these if you want to check that out and kind of see some different ideas for Nuvo Drops. And I just added them, you know, like you would pearls, a little bit here and there. This is a really pretty one because it dries with like a pearlescent finish. I'll show you, I'll hold up the other one. So I just did a few dollops here and there. Then I added, see, 2 pins. Here's the Nuvo Dream Drops. Can you see that? It kind of has this pearly, almost has a little bit of like a gold or like an opal in it. And then I added a couple pins, so let me grab those. Here's my trusty pin cushion. I use these a lot. Okay, and I'm just gonna put those right behind the flowers. I love finishing things with pins, especially that vintage style. It is just delicious. So here's my belly band, complete, easy, right? You don't even have to be like a good artist, color in stamps, do any kind of fancy stuff. It's just glue a lot of pretty things to other pretty things. Voila, it's beautiful. So that is my card tutorial. I hope you have found it amusing. You've got to see a lot of bloopers. That's just how it happens, I guess. Okay, so that's how it looks closed. How cute. To me, this says wedding, but I could definitely see this for a baby shower as well, or anniversary gift, retirement party, an elegant birthday, you know, tea and crumpets maybe, I don't know, but it is very fancy looking. So definitely save your nice stuff like this for people you know will appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know those friends that you're like, it's your birthday, you're gonna love this one. So that's my fancy money holder. Subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and let me know what you think. Have you made things like this in the past? And what is the biggest card you've ever made? I feel like a 12-inch card is pretty ambitious. Have you gone even bigger? Maybe stapling 12 by 12s together and just make one of those giant cards you can't ship. So let me know your thoughts, your feedback. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!